Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Political Brown Kid here, and I just want to talk about this whole 50 Cent going to Congress whole thing. I've seen people praise this dude for this. I'm totally confused about this. If y'all watch my previous videos, y'all should know that I'm not happy about this at all, and I'm going to explain why. So, first, let's roll the video clip of 50 Cent going to Washington.
This is really exciting for me to be here. I got a chance to meet with both sides today, and it feels really good. Like they don't agree. They don't agree on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So to get them to agree on seeing me was an accomplishment in itself, and I'm excited about that. That they both got a chance, took time out of what they're doing because they're voting. Yeah. Right. They took time out to speak to me both sides, and I felt really good about it. I think the things that we got going on here, the upsides is we have great possibilities for good things going on for us. You know what I mean? I don't want to damper things or put a bad tint or negative energy around things when I feel like it's completely positive, right? But my experience here has been great, and I wrote it was a whole what's the name here written that I'm not going to say.
Economic opportunity.
Yeah, as far as today, I went to talk to them about economic opportunities for everybody, and it's really exciting. The response I got makes me feel like that there's bright things ahead of us.
So, here's my problem. And I don't know how much I can say this, or I can continue to say this. And this is why I get frustrated also too doing this channel, is because, and it's because I have low volume on my channel. I have low traffic, low volume on my channel, and that's number one. And the word just doesn't get out, and other people aren't really speaking about this type of stuff. At least I haven't come across it on the internet. I don't really see other people speaking on this type of stuff or speaking against, having rappers represent you about stuff that they're too ignorant to understand. And that's just me being honest. He's ignorant. I'm not trying to say he hasn't gained world experience because he went to the school of life. You go to the school of life long enough, he's been in circles long enough, elite circles, should I say, too, that some things have brushed off on him. But trust me, he's still, as far as, being academically or just being, the environment that he's come from, he still doesn't think like a respectable business person. I don't know people going to get mad at me for saying that. I don't care. These are the problems that I have. Number one, like I told y'all before in my earlier video, when that whole I think it was the George Floyd thing, or it was something that went down in, I think, Minnesota, in the state of Minnesota. What people don't realize is that Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z, had a direct line to the governor. I want to say it was the governor of Minnesota, and called the governor to discuss what the racial tension was going on. The incident that occurred. It was a racial incident, and he had a direct line to the governor to talk to the governor. Just because you are a billionaire, they just respect only people with quote unquote success, and the only successful people we really have are entertainers. And all of these rappers are now trying to transition into being clean cut businessmen. They're just John F. Kennedy. Or whatever the father's name was. I don't know what the father's name was of the Kennedy clan, the one who ran Booze, the bootlegger. And that's why his family, I guess, is so messed up. I mean, people have speculated that. I don't, whether it's a curse or not, I don't know. But if you look at that family has had some rough times. But how in the heck does Jay-Z get to have a direct line to call the man to do what? How many times did he use the N-word? This is a man who literally ruined a whole neighborhood in Brooklyn and supposedly Virginia, because he claims that he was basically a dealer who crossed multiple state lines. So that would make him a nationwide or national dealer of narcotics, who brags about foolishness, uses the N-word in excess, and has all kind of other, whose lyrics really are not even constructive at all for anything. But yet he is the spokesperson for black people. And now you have Curtis Jackson better known as 50 Cent, trying to make the same transition. Jeezy tried to do the same transition. This is the same man, and I'm talking about Jeezy. I'm gonna be honest, I can't stand Jeezy. The Jeezy, there's plenty of other places I could think he should go. And one is not planet Earth. If he was in another galaxy, I would be totally fine. One less person breathing and putting CO2 into the air. Can't stand Jeezy. This is a man who basically got into a feud with Gucci Mane and had encourage people to try to do physical harm to another human being. He brags about connections to foolishness and foolish organizations, black crime organizations, and then wants to turn around in the year 2018 or 2017 or whenever it was, and now all of a sudden he is the biggest jock rider of all time. He rides Jay-Z's jock so hard. He saw Jay-Z transition one way. Matter of fact, too, he got into the business of when Jay-Z and Nas was having their feud. He inserted himself into that feud and was trying to question Nas's street credibility. Once again, black people love to brag about having criminal records or love bragging about how many felonies and foolish stuff that they do. They don't brag about anything constructive. They don't brag about how much. They don't brag about the amount of or the number of computer languages they know. They don't brag, hey, I know C++, I know this, I know that, I know Python, I know what is it? What other languages? They don't brag about this stuff. The only thing they brag about is foolishness and how many records they have and how many court cases they have. And Jeezy did the same thing, started putting on suits, cleaning up his act. He's just a you know what in a suit. And then you have Curtis Jackson doing the same thing. Same playbook. He throws on his suit. Lately, because if y'all notice, lately when you see him doing interviews, he's always in a suit. He throws on his suit. He sits there, and now he wants to take a trip to Congress. He has that idiot, that old Southern, I don't even want to use the C word for him, but it's 4-letter C word, for old Ben Crump. Sounds like an old slave, runaway slave from South Carolina plantation. I tell you, Ben Crump, I don't like him. He's represented some people. He's represented some good causes. Let me just say that. I think that I don't know how he got selected because I don't think that he's a smooth, suave lawyer at all. Just my personal opinion. But he has gained some national spotlight, and I don't think that he really deserves it because to me, it's just something about him. But I digress. So you got Ben Crump oogling over 50. Everybody's starstruck. Look in this picture. Look at the woman standing behind 50. Just all you see is teeth. I've never seen that much teeth on a black woman. When I walk by them, they normally frown at me or keep their head down. I keep telling y'all about that. Look at the black man standing behind 50. He's smiling too, beaming. Everybody's starstruck by a rapper. And how does this rapper know? You got a whole bunch of white people in Congress. Do y'all know how many people are in that Capitol, in the state Capitol in Washington, D.C., down there on First Street? It's about, 300? And he said he met with both sides. He probably met with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't know. As much as she hate black people, she probably loved 50 Cent when he came through there. He met with Nancy Pelosi. He definitely took a picture with her. Let an educated black person with some degrees in social justice or with some degrees in political science try to get a meeting down at the White House and say, I know how to solve black people's issues. You know what they're going to say? Who the heck are you? And why should we listen to you? And you're not even going to get time to speak to these people. But yet, because it's a rapper, and because we're in an election year, possibly also too, he said that they were in meetings, but they took time out of their schedules to meet with him. Why is he so important? And here's what I really want y'all to focus on. Not only did he went down there to advocate for what? This is also my other problem with black people and the black leaders that we have. So we have, because 50 Cent, I can speak just as much as I talk about Jay-Z. We all know 50 Cent's past, drug dealer, ruined communities in his neighborhood of Queens, just ruined them. All he does is troll people. And trust me, I find it entertaining when people troll people. I love a good troll. But all he does, just about foolishness. He gets into beef with every black person you meet. When is the last time he beefed with Jimmy Iovine? He don't beef with the white man. You don't see him go hard at the white man, but he go hard in the paint on black people. So this is the thing. 50 Cent came all the way to D.C., the nation's capital, where I live, my city, came all the way to D.C. just to talk about getting black people injected more into the liquor business, to the liquor and music or entertainment business. I can't make this stuff up. So basically your whole spiel, you spent a bunch of gas on a plane to fly a plane from wherever you was to DC, shut down traffic because I'm pretty sure he had an escort. So Muriel Bowser gave him an escort to get to the Capitol. Jumps out of your security van, your Escalator, whatever it is. You waste Congress time so you can pitch black people selling liquor and selling music. What's preventing black people, the music and liquor business? Number one, the liquor business, I've already talked to y'all extensively about liquor. That's what got the native indigenous Americans and the black people in trouble. I'm telling you, that triangular slave trade was all about giving black people liquor and them in return receiving slaves for it. That was a part of it. And the same thing happened with the indigenous Americans here in the United States. They wound up signing contracts that they had no business signing and let the white man push themselves more and more into this country. And a part of it was because they was giving them liquor. I don't make this stuff up. Black people don't know any other business. The only thing you ask a black person, if they're going to get into a business, it's going to be an esthetician. I didn't even know what that word. I started hearing that word, I think, last year, 2023. I said, what in the heck is an esthetician? It sounds very professional. That's just somebody that does lashes, I do believe. They're going to have an esthetician business. They're going to have a barbershop or beauty salon. They're going to have a home health care business. They're going to have a strip club, a nightclub, a liquor store, or selling liquor. You look at all these rappers. Every rapper has a liquor brand, a spirits. They want to be fancy, spirits. They have a spirit brand and they have their own music company. These are the businesses that black people get in. And 50 Cent went down there to argue to inject themselves more. There's nothing stopping black people, but the problem with black people is they don't want to collaborate. They don't want to say, hey, look, you put your money, I put my money. We all pool our money together and form one distribution company and we call it this. You don't need Congress to help get you involved in that. And I'm just trying to figure out what's the need for the liquor business. Let me show y'all, and just to prove my point too, because I'm going to show some pictures here, hopefully. But it's unfortunate. I'm going to say this. I'm going to start with Sean Combs. Now, for as much as we want to talk about Sean Combs and his proclivities and his shortcomings lately, as much as people want to talk bad about that, here is an article that I found on Yahoo Entertainment. It says, who owns Revolt following Sean Diddy Combs' exit? Because if people don't know, Sean Combs has sold the stake, in Revolt. He owns a television company called Revolt, if people have not seen it. And he's been selling off his ownerships and stuff because, people, brands lose business once you start getting caught up in the limelight. And so the employees basically of Revolt are now the owners of Revolt. So it's an employee-owned business for the most part. In this article, and like I told y'all can go to Yahoo Entertainment and it's on here. It says that Sean Combs' company is 80% black. And here it is. It says Revolt will remain black owned. There's a paragraph on this page that says Revolt will remain black owned. It says Variety states that 80% of the company's employee base is black. Therefore, the new structure will not impact the company's recognition as a black-owned media company. And then there, some person named Samuels says there's no structure that we would have accepted that was not black-owned. Samuels told the outlet. He added that the company plans to keep dreaming bigger and blacker. And this is this guy Samuels. I forgot his first name, but I think he's in the C-suite. So he's out there CEO or CFO or He's one of those chief executives. He's one of the chief operators. He's somebody. So Sean Combs' company is 80% black. I went to 50 Cent's spirits company. The company is called Sire, S-I-R-E, like when you sire a horse, Sire. Sire Spirits. That's the only thing I can think of when I see S-I-R-E. So Sire Spirits. If you go to the website, it says rapper and entrepreneur Curtis 50 Cent Jackson Sire Spirits brand has announced Joseph Eager as Chief Operating Officer. So he's in the C-suite. He's a COO, along with Andrew Tubner, who has joined as Chief Revenue Officer. So he is a CRO. Never heard this Chief Revenue title before. And that says DB can reveal. If you just Google Joseph Eager and Andrew Tubner and go to their LinkedIn pages, they're both white men. So 50 Cent, so my thing is this. So 50, you're going down to advocate for what? To get more white people paid more money? We know you're going to make money. We know your brand is going to make money. You went down to Capitol Hill and he said in this, when he was at this podium, I went down here to advocate for all people. That's also the other problem. This is old Malcolm X Negro. I'm telling y'all can't trust hood dudes because hood dudes are ignorant. They are totally ignorant. White people don't need you to advocate for them. Asian people don't need you to advocate for them. And Latinos don't need you to advocate for them. Or should I say, they may need you to advocate for them, but we don't need to advocate for Latinos. Number one, Latinos is not a race. You're either a white Latino or black Latino, or you're from indigenous descent. If you're a real Mexican and you have indigenous blood and you're from Aztecs and the Mayans and so forth. But my whole point is this. Let me first start with white people. Number one, if a white person is poor, then they've done something wrong in life. I'm like Chris Rock. If a white person is poor, that's their problem. They've done something totally wrong. Because that's just kind of looking at, like, if you see a pretty woman and she is single, and put it this way, if she's single by choice, that's something different. But if she really wants a man, but she can't keep one or find one, then something's wrong with her. If she's fine, like you look at Halle Berry, she done been with black men, white men, Latino men. She can't keep a man. So something has to tell you that it's something about her that's making men run away. And that's just the honest to God truth. And so when you look at a white person in America and you look at all of these, if you look at, because I don't know where y'all from, but where I'm from, if a black person has a graduate degree, they're getting paid the same amount as a person with a high school diploma as a white person. White person has a high school diploma and can become a manager, a director, a general manager, a senior vice president. They work themselves all the way up, and they have zero credentials. Or they have a high school credentials. So white people don't need you to advocate for them for nothing. So why are you down there advocating for white people, 50 Cent, Curtis? Asians don't need you to advocate for them. Asians are doing very well. When you look at demographic charts of like earners in this country, I want to say Asians are at the top. Why do you think they try to keep Asians out of Harvard and Yale? Because that school will be all Asian. Asians are doing very well. They're heavy in tech. They're heavy in the medical industry. They're heavy in the sciences and the technology department. They don't need you to advocate for them. And Asians too, when you look at Asians, they own the Chinese restaurants and they own the soul food restaurants. Now I also heard from someone that they buy up also, they operate like Latino or Mexican style burrito and all those type of places. The Asians are doing very well. And Latinos, yeah, they need help, but why help them? Latinos, when that whole civil rights movement was going on, Latinos stayed quiet during the 70s and 80s. Number one, they were like, well, this ain't our fight. We just trying to become accepted. And in order to become accepted, they didn't want to get lumped in with us because we were pariahs. And you look at today, you have a whole bunch of Mexicans, a whole bunch of Latino people that don't even claim they're black. They claim white before they claim black. They can be the blackest thing looking on play. Look at Rosie Perez. When the last time you seen Rosie Perez cuddled up with a black man? Never. She loves white penis. That's what she does. She associates herself with white people. And that she probably will claim Afro-Latina, but she is a white lover. Rosie, what's that girl that played in He Got Game? Rosario Dawson, same thing, and then try to fake that little relationship with that black dude, Cory Booker, just so I guess it could give him some bumps in the poll. She wasn't interested in him. She got white babies. I do believe she has white babies. She was married to a white man. I don't make this stuff up. These Puerto Ricans are the blackest thing walking planet Earth, and they claim white. You can look at damn Jennifer Lopez and see she's black and she claims white. I don't make this stuff up. Y'all better listen to Blanquemiento, the whitening. So I'm getting distracted, but I'm just basically saying, or I'm hanging on to this point too long, but we're not going to advocate for Latino. They can advocate for them their daggone self. And they definitely advocate for us. But 50 Cent here is hiring, he's pulled out. I told y'all about Oprah's hiring practices. Oprah hires nothing but white people to run her companies. So how come black women aren't mad at Oprah? And this is why I don't like doing my channel anymore. This is really why I don't like doing my channel. When I do those, I did that thing on Oprah showing Oprah's hiring practices. In that video, I think I can look at that video today, and that video probably has about, last time I checked, it had 9 views. 9. It may have gotten a bump and uptick. Let me try and click on a few things right now and look to see how many views that thing got. It got 9 views, and I did one to show Tyler Perry's hiring practices. I think that one got 63 views, which is better. That's doing better. But y'all don't listen to this type of stuff. And then even if you're presented with the information, you don't act on it. Yeah, the Oprah video, Oprah Winfrey's hiring practices review, got 12 views. 12. The video's probably, 3 weeks? I posted it on May 15th. And there's no outrage. And I even posted it on Twitter and tagged Oprah in it and tagged a few other people in it. Got no views. And you don't hear black women being outraged that Oprah is not hiring them. There's no outrage in it. And here you have, at least you can say the one thing with Sean Combs, he hires black people. His company's 80% black. I checked out all of his CEOs, they're black. But you look at 50 Cent, he's advocating so that we can get Andrew Tubner and Joseph Eager, 2 white men, 2 executives running his spirit company, more money. And here we have a black woman named, what's this black woman's name? I'm trying to look at her name right now. Is it Fawn Weaver? She runs Uncle Nearest. If you're not familiar with Uncle Nearest company, Uncle Nearest is a it's a woman-owned too. It's a black woman-owned business. And she, I think, is I forget about her company. I don't know the numbers on it, but if you look at her brand, she owns a brand called Uncle Nearest. Nearest as in Nearest. And she owns her own spirits company, is doing very well. If he had some information, or if he wanted information to say, hey, I own a spirit company, but maybe I don't know about anything about the production of grapes, the production of the spirits. I don't know about the infrastructure. I don't know. If he had questions, why didn't he partner with this black woman? She's running her own. Obviously, she has a background in it. There are plenty, I've even looked this up too before. There are plenty of black individuals in America who have small vineyards. There are plenty of, there's like a hand, I'm not going to say plenty of them, but there's a handful. Why isn't he partnering with these individuals to help him out? But once again, we love making the white man more money. So 50 Cent going down to advocate for alcohol and for music business is a direct, and then he's talking about, I went down there to advocate for everybody. Who'd you advocate for? We're not in those businesses. How come black people aren't in tech spaces? Kendra G, and I'll give her credit, she at least started a dating app. That's technology. She started a dating app. Even though we're hearing dating apps are trending in a downward trajectory, but you can still get paid off of that, especially because she has something that Bumble and those other platforms don't have. And she has a strong presence on social media, YouTube, TV. I watch her dating show. She has, I think they say they broadcast it on Facebook and Instagram and other platforms. She has a strong platform. And so she could become a billionaire just off of her act. And I'm pulling for her because I generally like her and hope she doesn't change once she starts getting successful. But she's probably one of the few that operate in that space. How come 50, at least, once again, I'll talk about Jesse Jackson. At least Jesse tried to advocate for blacks in tech. How come 50 Cent didn't go down and advocate why and bring up the issue of these angel investors and these venture capitalists not investing in black tech companies to give the black tech startups the same opportunities that they gave Mark Zuckerberg and all of these other tech giants? They got angel investors. Where's the black angel investors at? Or the monies for black companies? Why isn't 50 advocating for that? You know why? Because he's a ghetto dude. He's a ghetto rat. And I'll say it, he doesn't know anything about that. He doesn't know about tech. He doesn't know about programming or cybersecurity or data analytics, data science. He doesn't know about any other field. He doesn't know about biotech. He doesn't know about any of this stuff. There's 1,000 other fields that he could have been advocating for. But yet he's only advocating for liquor and the music business. You look at Snoop Dogg's wife. She just opened a strip club. Oh, my surprise. I told y'all are only opening up food spots, esthetician businesses, barbershops, beauty salons, liquor businesses, in music companies. I didn't know the music industry was making so much money. Every black person is either a rapper or owns a studio or going to the studio. I don't make this stuff up. And it's a shame that Congress entertained this fool when he came down there. I'll do y'all even one better. What's the woman's name? I talked about her last time. I think I butchered her last name. I think I called her Mackenzie, but I think her last name is McKissick. You can look her up. She's a black architect and or construction. She owns an architecture and construction business. I think she does both. She actually built the African American Museum. She won the bid to build the museum. And of course, they were going to make sure that a black person built it that was qualified. And so she got it. And she's in construction, in architecture. Thank you. Thank God she didn't become an esthetician. She's doing something big, and her company is thriving, doing very well in the DC area. And she's expanded out. Don Peoples started in Washington, DC. He's in construction. He's probably I'm pretty sure Don Peoples got to be a billionaire by now. Don Peoples does very well. He's in construction. You don't get this from these other people. Michael Jordan selling tennis shoes. What a surprise. Tennis shoe clothing business. We dominate that too. We in there too. What a surprise. And then I think I can tell you too, black people, y'all starting to open up cigar spots. The white man been smoking cigars for 59,000 years, and now all of a sudden y'all want to open up cigar spots. Cigars have become popular in the past, 6 years, 5 or 6 years? Been popular with the black community. Y'all got to start thinking bigger, start dreaming bigger. I don't know what to say. I honestly do not know what to say with you people. And black people breed Frenchies. That's another business y'all do. Y'all breed Frenchies. I'm breeding. That's all I hear on the Balloon Pop show. Yeah, I got a Frenchie breeding business. All of these things aren't businesses, people. These are side hustles. These literally are side hustles. I don't know what to say. But if y'all think 50 Cent should be our next black leader, since Michael Jackson has passed on, then, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Maybe I just need to just stop and just do something else with my life. Maybe just transition and start over. Maybe that probably would be the better scenario, but I don't know. But definitely drop comments in the comments section. And also hit the like and subscribe. This is the Political Brown Kid. I'm out of here.